So iMovie is only for Mac. If you don't have Mac, I would recommend you to use Boomchief Filmuna, which is a really good software. So if you don't have iMovie or if you don't have Mac system, if you have Windows system, this is a good software for you. All right, and now let's get into our topic. iMovie is a video editing software that's made by Apple. So it is very easy to use iMovie. Allows users to edit their own movies. iMovie is also available on Apple Store for iOS or for iPhone and iPad. So iMovie is very popular because it is very simple, because we can edit our movie very easily. So it is most work can complete by this simple click and drag. So that's why I usually choose iMovie to edit my video. So first, let's talk about media parts. So also I will be pointing out with the parts that I'm going to be talking about. So media part is the place where you put all your medias and you can just easily drag them. And audio part is, they have two parts. First part is you can use with music from iTunes, or you can drag your audio inside, that's okay. And audio also has sound effect inside. So you can choose whatever sound effect you need and you can put inside your video. And also for a subtitle, they also have a subtitle part. If you need to use your subtitle, you can just drag them out, and you can also make an introduction for your subtitle. And subtitles also for hints for anything else, which is very good. But also, if I have chance, I can talk to you guys how to easily have subtitles on your video. Because I don't want to just drag my subtitles down from iMovie, which is not very good. And also background. So also has iMovie also has a background, and some of the background have color, some of the background have maps. And if you want to use the background, you can drag them down. And also transition part. Transition part is the part we usually see skins between skins. So like parts between parts. So this part I'm gonna just explain like video between video. And also now I'm gonna start for looking at the iMovie part. So first of all, here is all your projects in your iMovie. As you can see, I have many of my projects here. So so today I'm going to using Harry Potter as an example. So as you guys can see, here is our media part. And here is our audio part, which you can see there is sound effects on here. So there are many sound effects like animal sound, or dinosaur sound, or like chicken or cows. So that is pretty interesting. If you want to add these sound effects, you can just drag them down. Yes, you can just drag these down and it will have your sound effect on. So this part is audio part, and this part is also subtitle part. As you can see, there are many kind of subtitles. For me, I usually use this for introduction subtitles. Just write my movie introduction down. And this part is the cast part. If you want to written down all your cast names, here's a good choice for you. And background part. So here also has many kind of background. Have map scrap background. For example, let me drag this out because this is pretty interesting. It needs a little bit time to upload, I think so. Yes, and now it's okay. now drag them down. So this is like a map background, which you can choose your destination and your starting point. So for example, let me written down from San Francisco. And then I'm gonna go to New York. So here's it. So it will help you to make sure your point is connected. So your map will show that the point is connected. So this is pretty interesting. They have many kinds of maps. They have like watercolor maps. They have education maps. They have like normal maps. They have any kinds of maps. So that's pretty interesting.
And how do we get to the app though? Because I'm not on a Mac, so I am supposed to go to.
So you are not on the app?
No, I mean, how do we go to Wondershare? Because I'm not on a Mac computer.
Well, if you're not a Mac computer that needs some steps, maybe this class is not useful for you because OneShare needs needs you to buy the product, which is unfortunate. So, well, if you need OneShare, I can share you one later on after this class. But I don't. If you need OneShare, if you are using OneShare, I don't think this class is very fit for you, because OneShare is it's different, but mostly the same. But you can learn how to like cut and editing your OneShare videos from iMovie because it is mostly the same. Yes, so next class I'm gonna use a little bit time to talking about OneShare. So this is our background. We have color background here. We have background that is moving, and that's very beautiful. I think so. Okay, so now we're gonna do transaction parts. I think this transaction is usually used for between videos and videos, like what you see on the TV or like movie. Mostly you will be using this transaction to transact movie between movie or video between video. So they have many transactions that's for me. Also, if you want these kind of transactions, you have to make sure you are going on settings and you are going to choose a topic of your video. So you can choose it from here. So you can see there are many topics here. You can choose one here. So I'm gonna make sure it's not topic. So as you can see, if I don't have any topics, it will not gonna show any topic transition to me. So this is topic parts, and this is transaction. This is all the transaction that Apple's gave me. My iMovie has pretty old version. So I think new versions have more transaction or more materials than this. So this is what we just talking about here. And also let me just talking here. So this is the information part. As you can see, your video that just upload the names will show here. And here will show how long your video is. So here's the color part. If you need some audio effect or video effect, this is a good choice for you if you need that. So for example, I'm gonna change my.
Hello everyone, welcome to.
Yes, so as you can see here, we have many kinds of sound effects, many video effects here, and we also have sound effects. So I'm gonna click on cancel, and we also have sound effects.
Hello everyone.
So you can see there's a different sound.
Many of you have already read the book.
Yes, there are many sound effects. So you can use all of these if you want. And if you don't want all the sound effect, you can click on that. And also, let's do the speed part. If you think your video is like too fast or too slow, this is a good choice for you. If you want to make your video slower, you can just hit on slow. It will automatically make you slow. You can slow like 10% or 25% or 50%, or you can also do automatic if you want. Here, automatic. If you want to make it faster, you can make it fast. You can make it double faster. You can make it 4 faster. You can make it like whatever you want.
Triple fast.
Well, if you want to like triple fast, if you want to design your own speed, you can click on like this. You can write down what speed you want. So normal speed is like 100. So if you want speed faster, you should be entering your number more than 100. So if you want it slower, your number should be smaller than 100. So if you want to make the video slower, you should be putting out like 95% or so. It will make it slower. As you can see, this logo means that your video is slower. If you want to make faster, you can make like 150%. So 150%, you can see the rabbit logo means that your video is faster than the original video. So you can make your fast or slow your speed here. So if you want to just let your video stop a second, you can click on that. So it will help you to stop for a second. Well, I'm not gonna stop for a second now. I'm just gonna make it normal. Okay, so this is our speed part. If you think your video is having too much noises, you can click on that to make sure the iMovie will help you to delete most of the noises. You can do this if you want to delete most of the noises, or you want to like just delete a little bit of noises. It depends on you. And this one is also like sound effects. If you want to have music loud, you can do music loud. If you want to have loudness, this is normal. So this is also a sound effect right here. And this one's like sound. This is also about sound. If you think your videos too little, like not very loud sound, you can do that. You can make more than 100. So original video has a sound loudness on 100%. If you think this loud is too loud, you can make it less than 100. If you think it is not very loud, you can make it more than 100. So if you want so like this, if you want other video if you want other video wants to be like little sound, so you can click on that. It will make other video a little bit sound, like lower sound. So you can also do for that, which means how low you want other video, how low the sound you want other videos to have. So this is the audio part. And so this is not necessary for my video. So this part, if you think, so sometimes if you are like bike riding, if you think your camera is like shaking, you can do this, click on that. It will make sure your camera is not shaking. Your video.
I have a question.
Yes.
Like, what is the max time of like the video that you're making?
Yes.
What is the max time? So how like if you want it to be 2 hours, can it still hold like that?
You want to so like you want your video to be like 2 hours. So
Yeah,
you
can it?
so you want your speed to make it more slower?
No, it's like if you have like what is a max speed? I mean max like time. So when you make a video, uh, uh, how long could it? How long could the video like still be there?
How long? I think you can do it forever if you want. Like, I don't very understand your question, because if you want like video be longer, you can make it long. I mean, you can make sure your speed is like this. Well, if you want to handle more video, you can handle as long as many videos as you want. So, is that your question?
I think if I'm understanding correctly, he was asking if there is a time limit on iMovie. If you can just make a video super
No,
long.
there's no time limit.
There's no time limit. Yeah, I think that was the question.
Yes, there's no time limit on iMovie.
Great.
Okay, so this is the shaking part. This is the size part. So Apple has a thing called canvas. It can make your, let me just show you on here on this part. So canvas is a type of video effect. So like it will make your bigger, make your picture bigger, because you have your canvas effect on. You can also make your starting point smaller, or you can make it just normal. So this is canvas. So if you think, so like I'm gonna do example later on. So if you think, let me find the parts, because I'm using the Harry Potter video class that we just did. Okay, so like this part. Let me first of all, I'm gonna cut this part to half, so you guys know how to do it. So first of all, cutting this part to half, but I don't want. I just want the PowerPoint on. I don't want anybody else on. So if you have in that kind of situation, no, I don't want any canvas. So if you have that situation, you can make sure your video size is smaller. So this part will only be seen on the real video. So as you can see,
On the border of insanity.
yes, there's no one is on this part of the video. So this is our cutting part. And this part is just you just want to make it normal. I don't think, if you don't think there's any problem with your pictures or your movies, you just don't need to move that. You just click on that. So this is cutting part. This is also coloring part. So this will make your, for example, this one. I'm gonna make my coloring part. So as you can see, I'm gonna make it brighter. So this part is also coloring part. If you think, you can also make it like more blue, or you can make it more yellow. This is also color parts. If you want just only black and white parts, you can just do on your left. Otherwise, you can maybe do on your right. This one is normal. I'm gonna make it normal. So this is also color parts, and I will explain this later on. This one is also. If you click on that, it will shows your, the blue part will shows your modifying the color part. Like if you change your sound, it will show that you did modify your sound. If the color is blue, color logo is blue, it means that your logo, you did changing your video color. So this part is mostly the color parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is mostly the color part. And now I'm gonna start into have my video editing. If you want to have video on your iMovie, just drag down from your desktop or anywhere else. You just put your video and you put on that, and it will show your video on iMovie. So now I'm gonna start to editing my video. So also there's a very good skill that I think you guys will like to learn. So for example, let's do this one.
Great outdoors.
Did you hear what he said? The great outdoors. So where's the outdoors? Like there's no any backgrounds on. I don't have any backgrounds. So how can he say that? So for this situation, we're gonna add one of the background. So I'm gonna add one background. For example, like let me just use Command Z. So for example, if you want a background, we can do this. So as you can see, it will change your background. If you move your background on the bottom part and you move your action on the top part, the iMovie will recognize your action in the movie. So it will automatically change your background. So that is very interesting part. Also, this part will be the parts of this. If you want to like mixture your action and your background together, this you will click on this. But if you want it to be a different part, click on that. It will be the background and the video will be separate. If you want to separate by doing like, if you think your drawing is like a logo, you can do this. Click on that. So like this is like kind of a logo. If you want a logo, you can just click on that, and it will make you a logo. But if you want a background to be like the logo, you can click on this. It will change for you to change your logo. So you can see here is our background, here is our action parts. And also, if you want to drag on your subtitles. So first of all, for my video, I'm gonna have a introduction first. So I'm just gonna drag this out to here, and you're gonna make your introduction like iExplore. Harry Potter class. So if you think that your size is too big, you can modify it. You can modify it to little. You can modify it to big. And remember, make sure you click this, or it might not help you to modify it, because sometimes it happened to some situations. So this is my introduction part. I'm not gonna make it all of them. So this is my introduction part. I'm gonna delete. And after introduction part, I'm gonna start to editing my video. So I'm gonna start to editing by the beginning of the class. So make sure I have my normal, because I don't want any sound effects now. And I also don't want any audio effects. Speed effect, nope. Can boost, no. Shaking, no. So I delete, so I make sure make sure this is white, not blue. So I'm just gonna start to editing now. First of all, I'm gonna start to editing when the class begins. So for example, let me do video parts. So as you can see, you can also make sure your whole video is like smaller. You can also make your video bigger.
Oh no.
So like this
Well,
or this.
because not everybody got a
You can also modify it here if you want. You can make it bigger. You can make it longer. Like you can actually see the talking parts or like the wave parts. So you can modify your video by looking at the wave parts. If you so this is the like the smallest parts. If you think your video doesn't need very much editing, you can just make it smaller. But now I'm gonna make it like bigger, so I can edit my video very much. So I'm gonna start from here. Yes.
Are we doing what we did last time again, though? Yeah. Oh, no. Well, that is because not everybody got a chance to watch the seminar, so it's many people who haven't got a chance. Yeah, but I think we are the welcome back. And again, we're
So you can see there's no problems, but here, as you can see, they having a video on here. I think so. So I'm gonna delete this part because I don't want because I already have my new version of videos. Like there's no any noises video, so I'm gonna edit for this video instead of doing videos on PowerPoint. So now I'm gonna see where is the part that the video is ending. So you're also gonna see the waving parts and your picture parts. So you're gonna see where your video is ending. This is okay. So here. So that means here is the end of the video. So now I'm gonna to make sure I cut here. And also, here's a suggestion for most of you guys. If I usually will cut, make sure my audio and video are separating. So I can also edit my audio very well, and also I can edit my video very well. So that's what I usually do for my editing. But now I'm gonna make sure it is not broken. So as you can see, this part is our video part. So I'm gonna delete this part, delete this part, and I'm gonna, so as you can see, it will,
And again, we're gonna watch this.
it will automatically go on your real video part. This video I just downloaded from YouTube. So if you don't know how to download video from YouTube, you can ask me. But I think it is very simple to download. So this part is our video editing part. So for next part, I'm gonna edit here because I don't want any of the people to go into my video. So I'm gonna do it smaller. So I will not see anybody on that. But I am still gonna make sure I don't have any shaking because I don't need that. And I don't have any sound effect. I don't need that also. And for noising, no. For speed, no. So the only part I did modify is for the PowerPoint parts. I don't want any person on here. I don't want any person on my screen like this. I want only the PowerPoint part. So I can do just make sure I moved the white part. This part. This part is the part that I'm gonna see on my movie. So it's modified. So this is cutting parts. And also I am gonna make my video like black or gray. So I can make my video effect to like black and white. So I also use my video effect. Well, I'm not gonna use my sound effect here because I don't think I will use it. But I will use this part of sound effect. I want the speaking sound to be more louder. So I can use that. And also, I want to delete all of the fronts, so they were not gonna have any person on my video. And so you can just hit delete for your parts, and you can also drag your picture onto your iMovie if you want. So here's all your pictures that you put inside your photo app. So you can, so if you put your picture on photo app, so you can just automatically drag here from here. So you don't have to do photo and drag out from desktop first. So this part, so I'm also gonna make sure my sound. So this part, that as you can see, the wave is a little bit loud. So you can see there are some of the red, there are some of the yellow. That means it is kind of loud, but I don't want that. I want to make it more lower sound. So I already talked about this. If you want your sound louder, make sure your percent is more than 100. If you want to make it not very loud, you can just make sure your percent is lower than 100. The normal, the normal loudness of your video is 100%, and same as your speed one. So I just fixed my audio parts. So as you can see, there's I want there should be no any like red or yellow things on, because that means it's a little bit louder, but I don't want it too loud. So I'm gonna 52, I think is the best choice. And it need a little bit time to like loading. So now you think the sound is very fitable for this video, but if you make it like too loud sound, like hearless, like I'm gonna make like 141 sound. That is too loud. So I want to make it just low noises. Like I don't want loud. I want to make sure it's on a fitable sound. Okay, and this is my sound part already done. And next part, I'm gonna make sure, cause I have my, cause as you see, I have my gray and my video effect here. So I am also gonna add my video effect here. So I'm click on that, see which video effect you want. So I'm gonna want this one. So as you can see, the iMovie will help you to change your video parts in gray and in white and black. And now, if you want your video to, if you finish your editing your video and you want it to be on your desktop, you can share for files, and you can like rename it. So I'm gonna rename this Harry Potter class, and I'm not gonna have any description. And you can, if you want video and audio, you can click on that. But if you want audio only, click this, and it will just change your audio. It will just give you audio, not video and audio. And if you want, so usually I want my quality to be like higher. So as you can see, it is like 5.21 gigabytes for like an hour video, and compressed to be faster. So I'm not gonna to do the next step because I already have this video. So if you are gonna make sure your video is on your desktop or anywhere else, just click on next step, and it will help you to make sure your video is on your desktop. So it might need a little bit time to do it because you need to wait. Like for my video, I use like an hour for waiting time to wait for the video to be on my desktop. So this is how you like putting videos to on desktop or your anywhere else if you want. You can also put your videos on like email or Facebook or iTunes or Youku or Vimeo. You can also put your video on these these websites. So this is how you share. And also you can see your media. So let me just do it for an example. If you think your like this media, if you think this part, so this is my media for my holiday project. So if you think this media is important, you can click on favorite. So you can make sure. So as you can see, there's a green part at the top of your pictures. So that means this video is important. If you think like this video is not important, you can click on this. So what it shows red, that means it's not important. So you are not gonna use it. If you're not gonna use it for like most of the time, you can just click on that. So when it's showing your favorite parts, it will not gonna show. But if you show your dislike parts, it will show your media. So this is how we do medias, how we do like favorite media or dislike media. So I'm gonna make sure it's all media. So let me just cancel it down. These are the media that these are the media from the other video. So as you can see, I have too much video on it. Well, so for most of the video will have 5 gigabytes, I think so. So it will spend most of your computer parts to put on the video. And this is also PowerPoint parts. And also I'm gonna make sure I have a sound effect. Not sound effect, background effect. So you can choose one of your background effects. So for example, let me use comics. So as you can see, if you are using your comics part, as you can see, your introduction part will be like this. Will be like comics. So while you can also add your transition part. But first of all, I can delete my original transition. I don't think I can delete it because it's already on there. Because I already have my transitions on there. If you think your transition is too small, for most of the time you can make it more longer. So for this one, I can make it longer. So I can make it like 2.0 seconds for a transition. So this is if you want to make your transition longer, you can add like 3.0 if you want. But here's our transition part. And also, if you want to just cut any parts, just make sure your arrows is on that and cut the parts. And if you want to delete this part, just hit on delete, and this will help you to delete this part. But I'm gonna do this. So if you want, I don't want this part to be on my video, then delete this part. So it will not gonna show your delete parts. If you want your delete part back, like it is a mistake, you just did a mistake, I don't want to delete it, click on Command and Z together, Command Z, it will help you to bring back your delete part. So this is how you like, just hit on Command Z on your keyboard, your things will come back. So this is how you delete your video and you want your video to be back. And if you want to add some kind of sound effects on it, you can do that by having your sound effect. You can see there's also music on it if you want. But I have my own music, so I don't need to add my music from here. I'm just gonna take a audio effect. So you can see immediately. So yes, you can see it is very obvious. If you think the sound is too loud, you can make your sound smaller. And this is, yes, just make your sound smaller. And you can see, if you see this is too loud, you can see the wave. If you see that it's like red and yellow parts shows, that means your video might be too loud. But now I'm gonna make sure my is smaller than that. Yes, I think 60% is a good position for this. So this is audio effect. So this is very interesting because Apples have many kind of audio effect on here. And also, if you want to just edit your subtitles part, you can just drag them out. So for me, I usually do subtitles like.
Gonna happen.
So if you're saying accident happened, I'm just gonna drag them out, and I'm just gonna. Oh, this is it. Yes. I'm just gonna make sure here is a little bit an accident happened. Now you're also gonna look at the waves, so you can see where she said accident happened.
I'm still waiting for my belated accident happen.
So you can see it is from here. As you can see the waves, it is mostly from here. So I'm gonna make sure my subtitles is here. But this kind of subtitles editing is like not very normal. It takes a lot of time to do it, and it is inconvenient for doing this kind of subtitles. But I think I will teach you guys how to do subtitles more easier next time, because it is more easier to do for another way, not using iMovie. And I think Final Cut Pro is similar than that, but you just Final Cut Pro is similar than iMovie. The reason why I don't use Final Cut is because Final Cut has too many materials. I don't think I need all of the materials that is having on Final Cut Pro. So okay, so this is our iMovie part, and also I'm gonna use a little bit time to talking about one share. So I'm gonna wait until it's opened. So one share is similar than iMovie. Similar. And I'm gonna wait until opened. So mostly I usually edit my video for this like 4 hours maybe. It takes a lot of time to editing your video because you need to see your waves and your video, your picture parts. So you need to edit a lot for a video. Okay, so it does open for me and it's loading now. So if you are using Windows system, this is my recommendation. You can use other software you want, but I think OneShare is a very good software for Windows users because it's very simple. It's just like iMovie. You can just drag and you can just put in. But it's need a little bit time for loading, not like iMovie. It's just loading very fast. So so this is iMovie. As you can see, if you are Apple users, you can see your iMovie just right on the application part, and yes, most of the Apple users will see iMovie on application part. You can just click on that, and you will see all your projects, and that's it. That's the iMovie part, and then see. Yes, and so for OneShare, this is the same. This is my media part. This is my audio parts. This is my subtitles part, transition parts. This is also like audio effects. And this is what we just talking about. If you want to like if you want to make logos, here's a good part. If you want to have separate two, so like this. So if you want these two parts be separate on a same screen, you can do this part. You can divide it into half. As you can see, it just so OneShare is also similar. So if you want to divide your two pictures, like two videos, half, you can just do this, or you can do three. So OneShare can do three of the videos. But iMovie, I think iMovie can do only two of them. So this is, or if you want to like your video to be on your desktop, just click on that, and your video will be on your desktop. So this is the same. Audio part is here, video part is here, and same as this. This is the audio part, and this is my video part, and this is my subtitle part. Well, I don't have my video, so I'm just gonna simply introduce this. And this is mostly the same. You can, but it has many of the materials that you need, I think so. It has more materials, because you can see here has more video effect than iMovie. And also, if you guys want, because Wondershare is not for free. If you guys want to have Wondershare, I can share you one after this. And here, let me just make sure. And if you guys want Wondershare, just ask me through. Just ask me through my email. This is a small letter. Just ask me through my email, and I'll give you one. And I will teach you how to activate your OneShare. Because OneShare, if you are gonna download from the official website, it is not for free, and you need to buy the software. Okay, and this is our class today.